Good morning, students. I will start in 4 minutes. So good morning, students. Okay. So in last class, we were discussing about what graphics in R, and we are done with what how to create a graph. Okay, what is the workhorse? That is the plot function. Yes. Okay, using plot function, we have done various plots. Okay, this is a basic plot, a default plot without giving any values. This is a plot having type equal to O. What is type O? That means it will have points as well as lines, everything. Okay, then I also given a title. Okay, this is the title, autos. Okay, then we have seen how to save it to a file, that again we will discuss in detail today. Okay, then we have seen what uh, if I give two vectors, then it will plot with respect to what the pairs. Okay, then how to have only grids. Okay, if you want only the axis, if you don't want any points, then you generally give what type equal to n. Type equal to p is for points, type equal to l is for lines, type equal to o is for both points and lines, and type equal to n is for nothing. Okay, then we are seeing what are the overlying plots. Okay, if already when one plot is there, if you want to add one more plot, you should not mention it as a plot, you should mention it about lines. Okay, lines is a function to add extra lines to the existing plot. Okay, then we have seen how to add a legend. Okay, what are the arguments legend takes. Okay, this is known as what top left corner, this is top right corner, bottom right corner, and bottom left corner. Okay, then we have seen what AB line. AB line is nothing but a linear regression line. Okay, which can be drawn using a function LM function. So LM on y on x, if you call that function, it will draw a linear regression line. Okay, these are the things we have covered in last class. And about these colors, uh, we will discuss in tomorrow's class, in tomorrow's lab. And also we are done with what bar plot. Okay, this is a special type of plot in which we have bars. Okay, all till now I've seen about only plot. This is a bar plot. The arguments are similar to that of plots. Only extra set of arguments is what name dot r. Name dot r is used to give names to the each individual bar. Okay, here we have seen what a simple vertical bar, a simple horizontal bar. If you want horizontal, just here to pass this argument, r is equal to true. Then we are seeing coloring to that plot. Okay, using rainbow colors. What are the rainbow color? Tomorrow in lab we'll be seeing. Don't worry. Okay, then we have seen what grouped bars. Okay, one bar with a group of another bar. Okay, then we have seen what subdivision bar. So I don't want the bar to be beside, I want it to be up. So these are what subdivision bars. Then finally we have seen what deviation bar. What is the deviation bar? In which you have bars above and below the x-axis. Okay, that is 0, means you have positive negative bar. So these are the deviation. So up to here we have covered. Okay, in this there are 4 more charts, that are pie chart, histogram, density plot, and box plot. Okay, this we will be looking into them tomorrow. Okay, along with color, these 4 plots in tomorrow's class. So today I will continue with that customizing graphs. Okay, how to customize the graph. Already we know how to draw a graph and everything, but here we look how to customize the graph using few available options. Okay, some 5 functions we will be looking now. Okay, I will draw a plot. Okay, some plot I have driven. Okay, some plot for cars data I have driven. Okay, for this plot I want to add some text. For this plot I want to add some text. So what I do, I call a function text, then I pass what x and y coordinates, means x is 15 here, y is 110. So 15 will come somewhere here. Straight line, uh, and 110 will come somewhere here. Okay, here I want to add a text. So I have given what? This, okay. Some text I will add. Okay, I will make it like, I will make it something like car. Okay, then see, I will run. Say got car. Okay, understood what is this? This is the size one. Okay, I want a bigger size or smaller size. Suppose I go with 4. Okay, I'll print on this so that you can see the difference. See, I got a big car. Understood? So here I'll make it 1. See, small. Understood what is this? This is a font size. Okay, how much size you want? And these are the coordinates, these are the text. Using this, you can add any text to the graph wherever you want. You can, it can even take what? A decimal value, 2.5. See, got a 2.5. Okay, this is one way of customizing. Okay, now if you observe carefully here, see, what is the x limit? X limit is 25 and y limit is 120. X limit is 25, y limit is 120. But I want to customize the limits. Okay, but if you want to customize the limits, you can use x lim and y lim. Okay, so x limit I am making it to, instead of up to 25 I'll make it 50. Here instead of 120 I'll make it 100. Now see the graph. See the previous graph. Previous graph, by default, uh, your R programming is setting the limits. Okay, by default your R programming is setting the limits based on the data. Okay, which generally will be a good fit. Okay, but even if I want to customize the limits, I can customize using what function? Xlim function and ylim function. So this is here up to 25 and up to 120. So next graph, using this, see, x limit is up to 50 and y limit is up to 100. So this point have missing. But here see, this is the end is up to 120. But because I given a smaller limit, the data is lost. Okay, so I should be careful. Next, suppose I want to add a polygon. Okay, so what is this? If you observe carefully, it is a function. Okay, I hope you remember functions. Okay, f is equal to function of x. What is x? X is nothing but 1 minus exponential of minus x. Some function I have written. What is that function? This function. F of x is equal to 1 minus e power minus x. Okay, f of x is equal to 1 minus e power minus x. So this function I have written. Okay, then I would like to draw a curve for that function for values in between 0 to 2. For a values in between 0 to 2. Okay, this is my curve I have drawn. Okay, and the color is blue. Suppose I want to add a polygon. Okay, what is a polygon? See here, this polygon. This will show what? The area under that curve. Okay, suppose I want to draw a polygon. This is how I draw it. So what are the values I am passing? Okay, on x-axis I'm taking what 1.2. So this is 1.2 from here to 1.4. Okay, from here to 1.4 on where on 0. So on 0, see, on 0 from 1.2 to 1.4. Next, what is that? 0 to 0. Next I have what? In here and here. Next I got 1. Uh, 1.3. 1.2. One second. Okay. This I will explain in next class. Now, the coordinates are forward. Okay, but using polygon function, you can draw a polygon. Okay, and then I have given color equal to orange. This is one way of drawing. Another way of drawing a polygon is what? You can give what? Density equal to 10. Density equal to 10 means stripes. You can have 10 stripes per inch. See here. Previously, there are no stripes. I'll run once again. See, this is my polygon without stripes. Suppose I want stripes, I can add what? Density equal to 10. So I got the stripes. Here density equal to 10 means there will be 10 stripes per 1 inch. This is the one way of drawing a polygon which tells area under the curve. Okay. Next, using there are some function like Loess and loose. Okay, functions. Using these functions, I'll tell you what it does. Suppose I have some data. Okay, I have some data, scatter plot, especially my scatter plot. So this is my data. Okay, these are my points. Using these points, what you'll understand? You'll understand nothing. Okay, these are just scatter. Okay, but if you want to try to understand something from it, there is one function known as Loess function. Okay, if you use that Loess function, you can draw a line. Okay, in blue color. So this is the line it has drawn. Okay, it is telling slowly the marks are reducing, then particle shade marks are increasing, and then it is falling. It's like a graph mark. Okay, so this will draw a line by analyzing the data. See here, if you have only these points, you'll understand nothing. There is nothing to understand. But even if there is a line, you'll understand. Oh, there is some. Okay, when compared to exam 1 and exam 2, there is some connectivity. Okay, there is some degrade, then improvement is there, then a lot of degrade kind of thing. Next, we have what? A graph explicit function. Graph explicit function. Okay, again I'm writing one more function. Okay, what is this function? Okay, this is the function. Okay, t square plus 1 whole means 0.5 is the square root of t square plus 1. Suppose there is a function, I have written this function. Okay, then I need to pass values from 0 to 5. I need to pass values from 0 to 5 with what? with the length of 10,000. Then I call that function. After calling that function, I plot it. So these are the steps I'm doing. Okay. First I declare a function, then I'm passing the values. Okay. Then I'm calling that function, then I'm plotting. Now see, I got a plot. I got a plot. Okay. Instead of these, what you can do is you can call explicit function known as curve. Okay. I'm calling that function curve. Okay. I'm writing the same function here, whatever I'm writing here. Okay. This function I'm writing here. Okay. Then my next line is what? How many values from what? 0 to 5. That values I'm passing here. That values I'm passing here. Then I'm just telling curve. So instead of writing these 4 lines, I'm writing only one line. I'll delete this graph. Then I run. I get the same graph. Understood? There is an explicit function known as curve, which is used to draw this kind of graph. Okay, in which they have a function, then we need to pass a value, then we call a function, then we need to plot. No need to do these many things, we can do like this. Okay, suppose if you want to add a curve to an existing plot, then you can use what? Add equal to t. Okay, if there is a plot, existing plot, for that you want to add a line. Okay, then you can go with what? This add equal to t. If you give add equal to t, this curve will add to the existing plot like we used to add in a line. Okay, for a plot, if you want to add a line, we can do now. Same way we can do that. Mm, okay. Okay, next, how to save a graph. Okay, how to save a graph? I'll show you. I'll draw one graph. Mm, okay, suppose we have this particular bar plot. Suppose we have this particular bar plot. Directly I can go to export. I can save it as a image, I can save it as PDF, or I can copy it to the clipboard. Okay, these are the various ways I can do it. But using the console also you can do the same thing. Using the console also you can do the same thing. Okay, suppose I want to save this file on a PDF. I want to save this file on a PDF using console. Then what steps I need to follow? Observe carefully. First, I need to what? Open a PDF file. Okay, how to open a PDF file? Open like bar plot plot example. Hmm. Okay, using bar plot example, I'll tell you. I'll copy all the steps and I'll explain. Okay, so up to here I have a bar plot here on my R console. From here I want to bring it to what? My PDF. Okay, my PDF file. So what I do first, I need to create a PDF. So here observe carefully, there is no PDF. I am creating what? PDF of bar plot example.pdf. I run. See, a PDF has been created. Did you observe? Ma? A PDF has been created. Okay. Now I will see how many these are open. What are these? One second. How many devices are open? Okay. Div means how many devices are open. I want to see div.list. Div.list. I run. See here. How many of them are open? Three of them are open. One is R Studio. This is my R Studio. One is PNG. I opened it previously, and one is the PDF, which is currently now. Okay. Now I want to check where my device is pointing right now. Where is my device is pointing right now? For that, I have what? Dev.cur current. So it is pointing to 4. It is pointing to 4 means my R console is pointing to this because I have just created. But from where you want to copy into PDF? From you want to copy from R Studio to PDF. But where it is pointing to PDF. So again, you have to set it back to R Studio. Okay. So what I'm doing, device dot set equal to 2. What is 2? My R Studio. I have set. Okay. Then I'm telling, you can check now. Dev dot, see, it is pointing to R Studio. Okay. From here, I want to do what? I want to copy. What do you want to copy? Where it is pointing right now, here. And where you want to copy? Copy into 3, not 3. I want to copy it into 4. Where is my PDF in 4? So I'm running this. So copy happened. Now I'm again, once copy is done, if I try to open, see, it is telling it can't open. It is telling it can't open. I'll close this. See, if I try to open, it is not allowing me to open because still my R is holding it. Okay, my R is holding it. So I want to save that and close the relation link. So again, I'm setting back to 4. I set back to 4. That is my PDF. Then I'm telling to close. I closed. Now I try to open it. See, understood, ma? Okay. All the steps are in that PDF, which I will be sharing with you, right? Okay. So I'm seeing how many devices are currently there, what current device it is pointing to. Then I'm pointing my device to my source. From source, I'm copying my content to my destination. Again, I'm pointing my device to my destination, and I'm closing my destination. So these are the steps I have followed. Okay. But don't worry, this is not how we generally do. But don't worry, this is not how we generally do. How we generally do is, this is the method how we generally do. Okay. I just hard coded everything. That's it. Okay. That is not how we are going to do. See here. Same thing. I created a variable. Then I am opening a PNG. Then I am so my now device is pointing to PNG. It is not pointing to my R Studio. That's why you will not get output here. It will directly go to PNG. Okay. Then bar plot done. Then device of miss. The relation is cut. Now see, there was only PDF. Now I got a PNG. Understood? This is how you can do. Okay, this is how we are going to save a graph. But so it is not only PDF or PNG in which we can save. See here, we can save it in a PDF format, or we can save it in what, Win meta file. Win meta file is what, Windows meta file. You can show PNG also we have seen, JPG we have seen in last class. Likewise, you can even say what, BMP or even PostScript. Okay, wherever you want. Okay, whenever you don't give a path, it will save in the current working directory. Okay, but if you want it to be stored in a specific path, you can mention that path, okay, explicitly, then it will store in that particular path, or else it will store in what, the current working directory. Okay, all the steps are explained here, don't worry. This document tomorrow I will be sharing, but this is not how we are going to do. We are going to use it directly. Okay, we open the what file, we draw the plot, and we just save. That's it. Clear ma? Any doubts? Any doubts ma? Okay, I am done from my side. If you have any doubts, please let me know.